at some jazz blues for solo guitar. There are some cool chord voicings and some interesting harmonic techniques involved. They can be played with pick or with fingers or a combination of both. So let's get started. Let's have a look at the second 12 bars of the etude. It starts out with an A13 chord, with the root on the top and the 7 at the bottom. Then it goes up a semitone to a A sharp 13 with the 9th on top. Back to the A13. So we have this kind of a sidestepping there, which creates a bit of motion where you momentarily go outside the key. So the next bar then, where we go to the 4 chord, a D, we play in a D 9th, then a D sharp 13, then the D9 again. So that mirrors the first bar rhythmically. So we have these 2 bars together. Then bar 3 is the A13, up a semitone again, A13, and then we have this little movement here. We're approaching E minor by a semitone above, then to an A13 and an A flat 13. So we have bar 5 then, to the 4 chord, which is the D9 standard shape there. And we outline a D13, I suppose. So we have the 13 and a 9 there. Then we go to a minor here, to a G13, G sharp diminished, and we're back to our A, our first chord. Okay, so here we want to get from A7 to F sharp, which is up here. So we're going to move in semitones with a A7, A sharp diminished, B minor, C diminished, C sharp diminished, and then to our F sharp. Just approach that with two tones there from a tone above. So we have and then we go to B here, so we approach the B from a semitone above with C7 and then B 13, so that's a nice little phrase, you know, for a B dominant chord. So we have so it's B going to E then. So we approach the 7th by from a tone above, down at semitones, Then a little blues phrase. This here is a bit of country motion, where we have this melody line on top, and then at the bottom we have, so we have two lines crossing each other in different directions. So this is like this. And then for the last chord, we approach the last chord by a semitone above, A sharp 7th to a A7 sharp 9. I find it beneficial when playing a blues such as this to remember that you're still fundamentally playing a 3-chord 1-4-5 blues. The first 4 bars in a jazz blues are still fundamentally the 1 chord. Bars 5 and 6 are still fundamentally the 4 chord. Bars 7 and 8 fundamentally the 1 chord again. And then bars 9 and 10 the 5 chord. And then 11, bar 11, the 1 chord again to the 5 chord in bar 12. This has really helped me to not be too intimidated by these materials. The main difference really between the jazz blues and a traditional 12-bar blues is how you get from one chord to another. For instance, jazz blues in bars 5 and 6, we go from the 1 chord to a 6 chord. Now you can get there in many different ways. You can go directly, descend here to the 6th chord, or we can go in semitones, or we could take this path. Or we could do what actually happens in this etude. We ascend rather than descend to the 6th chord, from the 1 chord to the 6th chord. So we have A sharp diminished, B minor, C diminished, C sharp, minor, down. So the idea is, I suppose, to think in simple terms, even though it might be pretty sophisticated in itself. Thanks for watching this video. Remember to practice all materials slowly and to apply them to musical situations as soon as possible. If you wish to purchase my book, The Guitar Chord Doctor, please check the links below. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do. See you next time.